Hey everybody, how are you doing? Happy Thursday. No, wait, it's Wednesday. Seems like I'm always trying to figure out the date these days. Everything just keeps going and going. But I wanted to come to you. My name is Becky Rainey, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about action plans and organizing yourself to take action plans and so you can be more intentional and powerful in your day to be able to get things complete and more progress motion happening, if that makes sense. And so I'm part of an accountability group now. And one of the things that I spent the major part of the day doing is working on some visions and action plans and charts and things like that so I can measure what I'm working on. And I had a girlfriend a long time ago give me this binder of all these really wonderful, well, I made the binder, but she gave me this PDF of all these wonderful, beautifully fun designed action plan forms. I mean, the forms are just they just go on forever. I got a whole binder full of them. And it's really pretty cool. I think you can buy them online. And some of the action or habit tracker things is like here you would write down all the things that you want to accomplish in a day, and so it could be like doing your prayer, your yoga, your jogging, drink enough water, whatever it is, all throughout the day. You write them all down on the list, and then you have every day of the month, all the way across the top. And then you just track yourself. And I found that when I use this type of form, I'm actually more intentional in getting things done in a day than me just floundering. It's like the Facebook thing kind of comes up, and how did that get there? And why am I watching that video? And I don't want to be doing that. And I was supposed to go. Why was I even on Facebook again? So trying to keep yourself focused on all the different things that you really want to focus on is really impactful. This is a really great structure. And so this accountability group asked me to write down 8 things that, well, I want to have as my goal so that way I can plan my habit tracker around those goals to be able to be held accountable to. So I hope you're following me. So the first question is, what is your 5 to 10 year vision? And when you think about, wow, that's so far away, how do you like really, yeah, we had our vision to sell the shop one day and to retire and to travel. And of course, COVID happened, no traveling's happening. and, but we are so much looking forward to, um, paying off our house and having all these wonderful goals. So, what is your 5 to 10 year plan? Okay. And then number two question is, what is your why? Like, what is your purpose? What lights you up? What brings the sparkle to you in your life to have you have that vision be in front of you to reach towards, right? You want to be able to have something to move towards. And so really when you go through and you think about how are you going to share your why with people, there's lots of different kinds of whys. Like you have different people that you share that same why with, but they hear it differently. So you have your advertised why, you have your why that you're being introduced to other people with about that you want people to talk to you about, and then you also have the way other how you want to talk to with your friends and family and stuff like that. So have your why figured out, and then you have more clarity on what you're tracking too, so that way if you wanted to be going through and doing different things with people and stuff, you have more clarity on what needs to be involved in to get to that end point. How your business will serve people. Like, what are the things in the technology? What are the service things that you need to learn? What is the self development things that you want to take on and use to be able to start tracking and developing so that way you can move forward instead of just staying in a little treadmill and hoping someday that you're going to be "Whoa," like this whole thing's going to come down on you and you're going to actually get so smart and everything is all going to happen at once. The thing is that we are a sum of all the little things that we do in a day. Like, you don't just wait all month long to take a shower one day, right? You do a shower every day. Well, hopefully. You might be able to skip a day once in a while, but if you're going to go through and train for a marathon, you're not going to go run the marathon one day. You're going to take little steps, little jog moments and things throughout months and months and months to be able to get to that end result, right? And so, what are those little steps that you think you need to do? Now, the biggest thing that this book, Atomic Habits, that I'm reading is talking about, if you just do little steps, even let's say you want to lose 50 pounds or something, and you just can't get the energy to go to the gym. And it's like really difficult to even get that habit formed. So, even if you just drive to the gym, open the door, and show up, and then turn around and go home, that's a huge win. I know that sounds really crazy, but it really is a huge win, because if you're able then to, while I'm here, I might as well, maybe go over to the bicycle and ride for 5 minutes. And then maybe the next day you ride for 10 minutes. And then you just try to slowly but surely every day, it's that compound effect. And if you do a lot of habits, if you go through and do 5 minutes of everything, you're going to be moving forward every day with lots of momentum, actually, instead of waiting until you're going to have 2 hours of time or 4 hours of time to actually do that one thing. Because I've been kind of doing that. Like, I'm going to work on this one thing and really try really hard to get that accomplished in that. And then, really our brain power, I think as I get older, maybe I'm not able to hold that much attention as much as I'd like to admit, and I get bored very easily or something. And so it's really important to um, break it up into little different steps. And when you really think about it, when you went to high school, they had you move to different classes throughout the day. When you went to college, you had different classes, different days of the week. When you go to work, you have different schedules, different days, so everything is always broken up. And so, why don't we do that with our tasks that we have at our jobs or at our life, really? Right? Okay, so enough on that. Now, definite main purpose. You need to define what your main purpose is. Like, so then that way you have more inspiration and more something lifting you up to move forward. And then you want to go back and look at your 1 year goal. And what is your 1 year goal? And then you're going to break it down to a 12-week goal. And then you're going to break it down to a 1 week goal. And then you're going to break it down to a day. What are you going to do today? And really, all we have control over is what you're doing now in the moment. And so when you go through and look at all those steps and all those things that you can do to be able to have a habit forming day, sometimes it just seems really overwhelming, all these things that you want to do and take care of. But to start breaking it down with a day, and then take on the next day and take on the next day. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope you guys are joining with me. You get to follow me along with looking at these habits and forming very powerful, very effective habits for us to take on the world and do what you're meant to do. So thank you for joining me. All in on oils, everybody. I'm Becky Rainey and excited to be with you today. Hope you have a beautiful day. Take care, okay?